Do you find me attractive?
When you think of attractive celebrities, which ones come to mind for you? Is it Kim or Justin? What about Ellen? What is it that makes them so attractive, and how can you do it too? Now, I'm just saying, when we use the word attractive here on Ask Kimberly, I'm not necessarily talking about the physical or the allure. Attractiveness is also the traits, like the qualities and attributes within someone, and that makes up the character way more than the things that you can see on the outside. In this video, you're gonna learn how you can be every bit as attractive as these stars. The best part of all is that you'll use attraction without even needing bulging biceps or the world's biggest bank balance. You won't even need to be curvaceous or even bootylicious. Are you ready to take your own levels of attraction to a whole new level? All right, let's go. Kim Kardashian West. Now, of course, we cannot dispute that Kim Kardashian West is absolutely freaking beautiful. And the words fame and fortune are also very appropriate with her. But on top of Kim's innate ability to make money through modeling and TV and endorsements, one of the characteristics that many people find attractive about Kim is actually her willingness to share what would be considered personal and at times even sensitive thoughts regarding things going on in her life. There was the very public fallout from Kim's traumatic robbery in Paris.
We feel like things happen in your life to teach you things, and this was like, I'm just...
And when she was asked about it, she revealed how her glass was very much half full. Admired throughout the world for her beautiful looks, Kim actually penned a very personal essay about her struggles with psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis. Conditions that left not only her face, but also her stomach and her legs covered in red, scaly patches that itch, bleed, and often flare up without notice. Through Kim's essay about her skin and arthritis, together with sharing the complications that she not only faced while giving birth for the first time, but also trying to get pregnant with her second child. Kim's willingness to share, when, let's be real, she could actually just be out there focusing her time on selling and endorsing, but she's down to the determination that she has to send her biggest message out, which is actually to never give up. Nobody expects you to be perfect too. Challenges, trials, and tribulations will come, but I think when you go through something and you come out the other side, you're gonna be a better person for that experience. And better still, and just like Kim, you'll be able to share what you went through and overcame with others, and those people are gonna so appreciate you for doing so. Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring, and when you share, you become more attractive. Now, Justin Bieber has also come a long way. From the cute little kid singing at home on the sofa and the local stage, charming Ellen and her audience, to being one of the most recognized singers on the planet, who's now a married man, albeit with a lot going on in between.
What'd you say?
And while Justin's good looks are there for all to see, there is a lot to be said and admired about the way he has made the never easy transformation from boy phenom to world superstar. Because stardom is not always kind to young men who are trying to navigate their way through life while also under great public scrutiny. But honestly, Justin deserves a great deal of credit for dealing with some very personal as well as public challenges. I could do an entire video about all the things to admire about Justin Bieber, but here are a couple things that not only make him admirable, but also attractive in ways that you can copy. First, go out of your way to help others. You saw earlier the unfortunate incident where Justin accidentally ran over a photographer. But just listen to what the photographer had to say about Justin while still recovering from his injuries in hospital.
But like I said, he got out, he was compassionate, he's a good kid.
And when he learned about a school that was on the verge of losing its funding for the music and arts program, he actually dropped by to lend a hand. But I think the most attractive thing about Justin is that through the fame, the fortune, the adulation, and the adversity, he developed a new appreciation for his family, becoming close again with his parents, sharing touching tributes on social media, and even tying the knot with a girl he had secretly fallen for during the very early days. What makes Justin Bieber so darn attractive is the way he has truly come to understand over time that the great sources of his strength are actually his faith and his family. Guys, copy this. You can totally do this too, and it's very attractive. Now, if you're married to the sexiest man alive, you must be a bit of a dish yourself, right? So how does Chrissy Teigen manage to woo John Legend to the extent that he writes songs totally dedicated to her, but at the same time locking horns with the leader of the Western world? In a confrontation, might I add, where Chrissy totally gave as good as she got. So what is it, guys? What makes Chrissy so adorably attractive? Well, to begin with, while making totally clear that John is her man.
What is the one thing missing in your life at this moment?
Ooh, John?
Aw.
He's on tour.
She doesn't pass up an opportunity to keep hubby on his toes.
Chrissy eventually got to talk about her secret crush on Secret Servicemen.
and even goes so far to compare a previous sexiest man alive with the current one, who duly obliged, by the way. But in addition to Chrissy's funny moments,
Your fly is unzipped, first of all.
and as with the President of the United States, she will not hesitate in diplomatically having her say. So what is our taken takeaway here? To be attractive, adopt the age-old do unto others as you would have them do unto you approach, while also appreciating that our time on this earth is a celebration. Like Chrissy, make sure your outlook and approach reflect that, and you will have people flocking to you. It is so attractive. Now I'm gonna change gears a little bit because this one is really different, guys. Many of us take going to the refrigerator and having food to eat for granted, but not Tony Robbins. This giant force of nature, who among others calls Oprah Winfrey a dear friend, has dedicated his life to one thing: helping end suffering. He's doing everything he can to make sure families do not go hungry. I love this man and what he is doing. A situation Tony would have been in, but for the kindness of a stranger.
You know, my family was fed when I was 11 years old by a stranger, and I never forgot about it. It was more than the food. It was the idea that strangers care, and it shaped my entire life. So if strangers cared for my family, I started caring for them.
From that moment on, Tony dedicated his life to helping others. And while you see him in movies, commercials, and even on stage getting the crowd totally fired up, I actually saw him last month. He was amazing. One of Tony's most attractive and admirable qualities is actually his commitment to helping others, including feeding families. So, okay, we're not all gonna keep up with the lofty goals of feeding 1 billion families, but you can get started in the same way Tony did by feeding just 1 or 2 families.
I said I was going to go shop for 2 families for Thanksgiving, and I was going to go do for families what was done for me so many years before.
When people see you making an effort to help others, it's not only attractive, it's just an amazing thing to do and can bring you so much peace, inner satisfaction, and give others the gift of love and helping them know that someone cares.
So in love with you.
Barack Obama singing Al Green and Ray Charles suggests a very confident man. But the 44th President of the United States, who served 2 terms in Washington, is always quick to pay tribute to the person who helped him most along the way: his wife, Michelle. I love Michelle Obama. During her time as First Lady, Michelle Obama has inspired girls from all over the world. She even drew public displays of warmth from normally reserved people and forged one of the most unlikely friendships with former President George Bush. But the Oba magic comes when both of them, Barack and Michelle, are together. Now call me a romantic, but guys, there's just something about the way they complement each other and always bring out the very best in each other. Also worth, guys, taking note how Michelle can get away with things that Barack would never get away with.
My favorite person here, Jill Biden.
While she was out promoting her book Becoming, Michelle revealed that she and Barack were now boring.
Trying to think of what we've been doing, but truthfully, we're boring.
But guys, I think there's nothing boring about the way Michelle and Barack have charmed us over the years. As President and First Lady, as parents, and above all, as life partners. Not everyone can or will make it to the White House, but guys, there's absolutely no reason you can't have a fulfilling life with the one you love, while being an attractive role model to others. So if you're watching this and you're in a long-term relationship or married, it does not mean you can't be attractive too. Those things just add to the amount of attractive you can be, because now you can be a role model for people in different ways. Now let's talk about Mr. Attractive himself, Ryan Gosling. We know this guy is by Hollywood standards very attractive. And he could definitely never be described as an overnight sensation, as both man and boy Ryan have both been in the spotlight. Gaining A-list heartthrob status for his role in The Notebook with Rachel McAdams, busting a move with Emma Stone in La La Land, going toe-to-toe with Hollywood heavyweight Harrison Ford in the Blade Runner reboot, and most recently stepping into the iconic moon boots of astronaut Neil Armstrong. But it just so happens that for all the on-screen heroics that Ryan gives us, away from the camera, he's actually established quite a reputation as a modern-day hero through his work with animal rights organization PETA, raising awareness regarding issues far from home and countless other causes. So when it comes to what makes Ryan Gosling so darn attractive, it's the DNA of the guy, where home or abroad, he really just wants to be there for others. Here he is wearing the blue baseball hat in New York City, breaking up a fight. And if saving lives in Congo, Chad, Darfur, and Uganda isn't enough for Ryan Gosling, British journalist Laurie Penny revealed on Twitter how Ryan quite literally saved her from being hit by a taxi. Coincidence? Right place at the right time, you may be asking? Well, it seems that Ryan Gosling's greatest gift to the world is not the wonderful roles he gets to play. No guys, Ryan has something we can all strive for, and that is a kind and gentle soul. When you're an amazing person, other people want to help you and think of you as an attractive soul that they want to be around. And I honestly feel that that's where some of Ryan's appeal comes from. Now guys, when you hear the name Beyonce, what springs to mind? Independent woman, solo artist and songwriter, actress, dancer, wife, mom, businesswoman, activist, fashion icon, and maybe even one or two things more. There is so much to admire about this amazing, remarkable lady, but what makes Queen Bee so attractive is actually, in my opinion, her desire and work ethic to succeed. This woman is hardworking. And I really want you to understand that word, success, because like Beyonce, you get to determine what success looks like to you, don't forget. So relax, you don't have to be as multitask oriented as this superstar to be attractive. You can start by taking the time to just really define what success will look like to you. But just be aware of the endless possibilities you have. If like Beyonce, you're clear on what you want and you're willing to work hard for it, you can do it.
You can't go back down. You gotta keep going up.
In fact, here's a little sneaky pic of me with Beyonce back in my girl group days. I think this was 2002 at the Air Canada Centre. We were presenting an award and Beyonce was performing. Guys, let me know in the comments if you want me to do a story time about my adventures in a girl group. We spent a lot of time touring North America over 3 years, and we're on the radio and had a couple albums. I've never talked about it on my channel before, but it was fun times. Now, in the case of Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, many people actually fall into the trap, I think, of tarring this life-changing philanthropist with his professional brush. And this is mainly due to his Microsoft days where Bill, who became a billionaire at 21, gained a reputation as being not only highly competitive and sometimes rude, but he was also very direct and abrupt.
You guys never understood. You never understood the first thing about this.
Very famous for having always said, "That's the dumbest thing I ever heard."
And even though there were signs that Bill did have some qualities other than being very successful in the world of computer software, it is safe to say that most of his focus was on surpassing the success of a competitor just a few months older than him, who he respected, but desperately wanted to beat. But Bill's life and total focus changed when he read a newspaper article. He and wife Melinda read some heartbreaking statistics of children under the age of 5.
Still, we have 5 million kids who die under the age of 5.
The global health results so far have been outstanding. Along with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, other main areas of focus, education.
The best teaching ideas to spread all over the country.
When it comes to helping others, an obvious mindset is one that says, when I can afford it, I will do it. But Bill has a suggestion on how you can contribute right away.
The ability to go to the local public school or charter school and engage with the kids, mentor kids, talk about the kind of work you do. There's huge opportunities there.
There you have it, guys. The world's richest man just said that you can make a tremendous difference just by giving your time. And getting back to Bill Gates the person, if you take the time to really study him, you will see that while he is still the world's richest man, he's now worth $110 billion, but he's also a man who truly loves his family, enjoys lifelong friendships even if he is a bit skeptical to begin with, and perhaps the most telling of all is when his longtime rival Steve Jobs heard that his cancer had returned. He called Bill Gates, who went to see Steve at his home. And as an emotional Bill recalls, they spent time together chatting about the really important things in life, and it wasn't business or money.
Including even when he was sick, I got to go down and spend time with him.
And talked about what?
What we'd learned about families, anything.
Now, what can I say about Ellen? Other than being the one responsible for virtually creating the selfie concept, there's little you would ever find unattractive about Ellen on both the inside and the outside. But what I'm going to talk about today with Ellen revolves around what I like to call her serial giving. I even think we should seriously look at changing her name from Ellen DeGeneres to Ellen the Generous. Watch this clip when Ellen had fellow chat show host Jimmy Kimmel as her guest.
You and your viewers raised $1 million, which is meant a lot to us. Thank you.
Here's Ellen giving Snoop Dogg a gift. And And here she gifts Demi Lovato. And that right there is why Ellen is Ellen. It's not even just about giving or the monetary value, it's the thought behind the things that she gives. Come on guys, Snoop and Demi could pretty much buy whatever they wanted. But Ellen knew that Snoop loves the LA Lakers and Demi feasts on pickles, so Ellen found her some great pickles to snack on. Your homework is to think of a friend or someone that you like and put some true thought into what you get them. And just watch, they will see in you the same attractive traits we all see in Ellen. And finally, if there was a prize for the ultimate attractive person, Will Smith would be the ideal candidate. I mean, he can act, he can sing, he can rap, he can dance. Oh my gosh. In recent years, Will has also shared with us his behind the scenes life through social media. But the gorgeous thing about Will Smith is something you can control and determine each and every day of your life. You don't know what it is? Then take a look. It's laughter, and here's the man himself talking about it.
Laughing is the elixir. You have to be able to laugh at everything.
This is something that will make you attractive to so many people, and I just love how Will described laughter as the elixir, or the magical potion and essence for your life. There will be days and challenges, and if laughter doesn't come to you as naturally as it comes to Will Smith, then train yourself to smile and laugh more. Watch a clip of comedy before you sleep so you rest with a light spirit, or take a walk, or do light exercise that can also improve your mood. Above all, constantly remain aware of your levels of gratitude, as that alone will make you smile. And just remember that people will find you way more attractive and notice you when you smile, as opposed to constantly wearing a frown or even a scowl. Guys, if you love this video, give it a huge thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I will see you all next week for another video all about relationships. Bye guys!